Welcome to the Pilot Mike channel. So this is a little video vlog type thing. I don't know how many of these I'm going to do, but let's see how this one turns out. Hopefully you enjoy it. It's basically a day in the life of a private pilot. Unfortunately, it's not a typical day in the life of Pilot Mike, if only it could be. But in England today we have glorious weather. It happens to be on a weekend as well, so it means that we've got the time and the weather to take the aircraft up. So we're going to go to Oxenhope, we're going to take the Eurostar up, and we're going to fly over to Breeton, where there's a bit of a goings on at Breeton, so we'll go and check that out. En route, I'm going to meet up with my buddy Chirag. So things we need to do to prep for the flight: we need to go upstairs, go on to Sky Demon, do some pre-flight planning. Okay, so here we are in the studio office where I unfortunately spend most of my time, and what we're going to do is going to go on to Sky Demon on the iPad, and we're going to have a look at the information that we need, and then we're going to hit the road. So welcome to Sky Demon. Sky Demon is an awesome piece of software. It's an app and you can use it for your pre-flight planning. Loads of information you need is all there in one place in a really usable form. And then it's also your GPS navigation aid when you're flying as well. The first thing I'm going to do is have a look at the weather. So there's a tab on the right hand side for weather. You click that and it brings up all the local TAFs and METARs. And today it's telling us that the wind is basically very, very low at 2 to 3 knots. Okay, the next thing to do is create a route. We're going to create a route from Oxenhope to Breeton. It shows that the wind is very light and coming from the northwest. I'll extend the route up to go over Harrogate and then over York and then finally to Breeton. Sky Demon will often prompt you to update. There's always new updates for Sky Demon. It's really important that you do that so you have the latest information available. Next thing to do is have a look at the NOTAMs, which stands for Notice to Airmen. So this is where you get your really up-to-date information that is really essential for flying. Sky Demon gives you the NOTAMs that are relevant to you in the area that you're going to be flying in based on the route that you've planned. Okay, let's take a look at the airfields next. So just one to look at. We're going to land into Breeton. We click on Breeton and we have a bunch of options. We can go to the website, we can get the approach information, the phone number, fuels, fees, etc. The approach information is the one that you'll be using mostly. In there it tells us what runways it has and the circuit direction, whether it's left hand or right hand. We get the radio frequency and it also tells us its elevation above sea level. Clicking on the aerial view from Google Maps is always useful. It shows you the circuit and it also shows you any areas to avoid as well, so well worth checking that out. Just a quick look at Oxenhope. We'll be flying from 29 today, left-hand circuit. It's 1,150 feet above sea level and the circuit height is 700 feet. The final thing, the little strip at the bottom is also really handy. So this shows you the elevation of the terrain. It shows you the Leeds Bradford control area that we will be passing through. So we have to make sure that we talk to Leeds Bradford to get clearance to go through there. It gives you the visual reporting points on the way and some of the VFR landmarks to have a look out for. And if we had some clouds, it will give you some weather information as well. But today is cloudless and amazing. So I'm going to take a bit more time to write things down and have it available with me in the aircraft. I'll see you in the car. Okay, here we are at the fueling station, just filling up the tank. The aircraft takes regular unleaded 95 and the price in the UK at the moment is not as bad as it has been. It's £1.30 per litre. So it's not great, but I've seen it worse. £1.30 per litre. Right, here we are, Oxenhope. Here's my buddy Chirag. It's going to fuel up and get going. Essentials for today, sunny day like this: flying hat, glasses, sun cream and water. Definitely going to be needed. And yeehaw, yeehaw. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna there's the Eurostar behind us, so let's get some fuel in that and get going. Fueling up Echo Mike. Let's put our stuff in. Go. So we take off into wind, which today means we're taking off into the west, but our destination is to the east, so we're going to do a left turn. Oxenhope is in the Leeds Bradford control area, so we can't go above 3,000 feet above sea level. Of course, we're already at 1,150 feet. So we need to take a left turn, and we're going to want to transit through their controlled airspace. We already have some information from Leeds Bradford because on the ground we tuned into the Automatic Terminal Information Service, the ATIS. This gives us information such as the wind, the QNH, pressure setting that Leeds Bradford are operating on, and any other relevant information we might need to know. With that information in hand, we already know what pressure setting they're going to give us. What we need to do is call up Leeds Bradford and ask for a basic service and let them know that we'd like a zone transit if possible. They'll come back to us and ask us to pass our message. We're expecting this. It is read back in the standard format, and after we have passed our message, we will expect to get a transponder code. We've jumped a lot there. We've flown over Leeds and over Leeds East and Sherburn and Elmet, and now we're at Breeton. Breeton doesn't do a standard overhead join. You join on the downwind, always making sure that you join at the south side of the airfield. Today we are on the 2.8, so we need to do a left-hand circuit for 2.8. And in case you're wondering, that 2.8 is the number of degrees on a compass, with 90 being east, 180 being south, and 270 being west. Okay, landed safely. Here we are at Breeton. The bird that took us here. We went over Leeds. There would be an air show and a load of aerobatics going on today, but unfortunately because of COVID they've limited it down. So what we're going to do is just go say hi. It's an old Mustang. Stunning. Look at that. Black with red leather. That's the ticket. That is nice. Look at that stunning interior. Whose is that? So this is a Europa. Okay, so that's our day at Breeton. I'm going to head back to Oxenhope. So Chirag did the flying here. I was doing the filming, so I'm going to be heading back. So no filming on the way back. I'm going to be fully 100% concentrated on flying, of course. But we might be able to get something from the GoPro. So we'll see you back at Oxenhope. I'll give you some interesting information about the aircraft that I'm flying. It is a Eurostar EV97, quite commonly a ultralight or microlight. However, this one has a fuel pump which puts it at 480 kilograms, which means that it is a Group A aircraft and requires a different license. According to the Evector website, who created the Eurostar, there are more than 1,000 Eurostars operating in 50 countries worldwide. It's a popular aircraft because of its low wing design, which makes it more nimble, and it has an amazing visibility through that bubble canopy. However, on days like this, it does become a bit of a greenhouse. So down safely, great landing, very little wind today, had to come in very slow. It was really worth going to Breton. There's always so much going on at Breton, it's great. Saw some really nice cars, some really nice aircraft, and now we need to put the aircraft away. That's basically what it's like to be a private pilot as a hobbyist who gets to fly on the weekends when the weather is nice. I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you learnt something. Let me know if you like this style of video blog. I'm of course going to keep doing my interesting aviation videos on general aviation aircraft. Until the next video, I'm Pilot Mike, and fly safe.